Crack open the mystery of brews with Shag Dog and Jammer on the Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Venture with us into the frothy depths of pilsners, ales, lagers and stouts. Dive headfirst into flavor profiles and swim through the history of brewing. But remember, it's not about the beer you drink, it's how you drink it. So ready to spit or swallow? Stay tuned for our uncensored, unfiltered and unabashedly honest reviews.
Oh yeah. Spit or Swallow Beer Review. Shag Dog is here. No Jammer again. Yeah, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since Jammer been on. He'll be back on eventually. These things usually happens with a plural. I'm doing Costume Party Imperial Stout. This must be an old beer because it seems like it might be a seasonal beer for Halloween, fall. Westbrook Brewing Company, which is out of, I think it's by Columbia. Mountain Pleasant, South Carolina. It gets a 92 on Beer Advocate, and it's 11% ABV American Imperial Stout. So it's going to be strong, stronger than that sour I had earlier, which was 10%, and I had the Lucky Buddha. So I'm buzzing off that sour right now with the Lucky Buddha added in. Wow, that's weird. Ooh, that's dark. All right. Oily looking, like liquid gold, right? What they call it? A little red hint to it. It's dark, but I mean the head is like a brownish red looking. Very thin head though. You don't see anything, do you? No. I can't see the head either. Slight little, a little tiny, a centimeter head, 2 centimeters maybe. The beer is dark, but it might have some like brown and red hues in there. Trying to see if it says anything on the can I can read. I can't read that. Yeah, Imperial Stout. Brewed in Canada, Westbrook Brewing Company, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. I believe Mount Pleasant is near Columbia. Let's check. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. And again, it might be up by Charlotte. Who knows? Let's check it. I don't know where the hell that's at. Oh, crap. That's down by Charleston. My bad. It's by Charleston. All righty then. So it's a Charleston beer, Westbrook. I was thinking Columbia for some reason with Westbrook. But anyhow. Yeah, so it's dark. Chocolatey smelling. A slight dark, not really a dark fruit sweetness, but a dark chocolate sweetness. Maybe a light coffee in there. Smells pretty good. This could be a decadent, like Halloween beer. I'm pretty sure this beer is old. Because I can't see the light over here, but let's see. I don't want to drop this because I still got beer in it. Looks like it says 5/23/24. Could be something else. Maybe 8/23/24. Hopefully that's when it was canned, 8/23/24. Yeah, it's like a Halloween beer, pretty much. I'm going to guess it was canned 8/23/24. That's my guess. Cheers. Salute. I tell you, dating, women are so picky. You got to be the perfect man to get a woman, or you got to lie really good, one or the other. I don't lie good. And I'm not going to lie about what I do or what I make or what I'm into. I'm not going to please a woman verbally. I'm going to please you physically. But verbally, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you all these fantasies and shit that you want to hear. Now I get you in the bedroom, then you know Shag Dog is the dog. But a lot of these women, I'm on these dating sites, man. Once they hear where you work at, they're all nice, chatting away. And then that employment question comes up. They want somebody with money. They all want somebody with money. I just want somebody that's my equal. Even the ones that are make as much as me or less want somebody with money. It's crazy. But anyhow, even the ones that are rich want somebody with money. So I don't care anymore. I got my best friend right here. Yeah, I've been chatting with this girl for almost a week. And then she found out what I did, but she was okay with it at first. But then she got the question of, well, if you could have any job you could do, what would it be? And I guess she wasn't happy with that answer. So cheers. I'm bloated. I made some Cajun 15 bean soup last night. I ate a lot of it, about 5 or 6 bowls between, 10 p.m. and this morning. So, but I'm drinking beer right now, and this beer is good. It's a very decadent, chocolatey, sweet. I think it was ABV. It was 11% ABV. That's pretty good. Almost like a candy bar, chocolate, caramel, roasted malts, chocolate, maybe a slight vanilla, slight nutty taste. Pretty good. Chocolate, almost like a what do you call it, German chocolate cake or whatever. Almost that type of chocolate, nice, smooth, creamy. Yeah, rich chocolate, but smooth and creamy too. Pretty good. I wouldn't drink too many of these. Plus, it's 11%. Another one doesn't even taste like it's 11% though. You could slightly tell it might be a high ABV, but I wouldn't think 11% with that one. But yeah, it's definitely rich, thick, not real thick, but the taste of it tastes like, it'd be a thick chocolate, thick. Debating whether I want to do some karaoke after this one, because that's 2 beers today are 10 and 11%. Yeah, pretty good. What beer advocate give this? I'm not going to try to grade it off that, but I'm going to give it a high score probably. Yeah, they got a 92. I'd probably be similar around there. If you can see, I put a pirate skeleton behind me, kind of what's on the can a little bit, but he's dead center, so you can't really see him. But I did a scary costume party with a skeleton pirate, and that's what came up with the pirate vampire. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a werewolf or Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I can't tell. Nice beer. Yeah, A- and a swallow and a quarter. Pretty good beer. If you don't like high ABV Imperial Stouts, you probably won't like this, but it is smooth and easy to drink. Nice chocolate taste. It's a kind of like a dessert beer, Should be happy with one of these probably and call it a nightcap or something nice. Dessert beer after dinner, maybe during a movie, late night movie. Have one of these, especially during Halloween. So apparently I got this. Now I went to this liquor store. They didn't have this beer out there. Maybe they sold out, but when I went there during the fall season. But here, this one was there when I went there, a couple of weeks ago. So I got it. I was like, you know what? I might not see it next year, so I might as well get it. Even though I didn't check the date on that, I think that's the store I got it from. pretty bad about putting old beers out on the shelves. But like I said, kids, be true to yourself. Be good to yourself. Whoa, be good to yourself. Like Journey said, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it anymore. I'm on like one. I'm trying to count the dating sites I'm on. Hold on, let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm on 4 dating sites. I think I'm gonna cancel one of them. One of them I never canceled at all. It's been open since I lived in Florida. I just changed the zip code and stuff. So another one was that? Did I open that before? No, I opened that here. The other one I've opened and closed. So and then the fourth one, Facebook. Yeah, the other one I opened and closed, but I originally opened it same account from 2 of them, same account from Florida. And yeah, I'm doing those damn things. I want to live again. And you can't live on these apps and sites and stuff. Even doing beer reviews. I mean, I just do this because I'm bored. I enjoy doing this. I'm not doing this because I'm bored. I enjoy doing beer reviews, but I am bored doing it by myself. Maybe I'm just used to doing it with Jammer in person and streamer, but lately, 4 or 5 weeks now, I've been doing them by myself. And it's kind of boring. I'm not getting a lot of interaction. We don't have a lot of fan base. I don't have any viewers. Once in a while, we get a viewer. I'm bored to death. But that's okay. Yeah. I might do some karaoke after this one. I wish I'd do live karaoke on here. That'd be great. But I tried doing it one time, sharing a sing snap on here, trying to sing it live, and it doesn't come through. So the music isn't coming through all the way. So you don't want to hear my voice with no music real up front with it. Yeah. Yeah. Scary movies, man. And costume parties. Man, it was a great costume party. None of my friends are watching it right now, but I got pictures. Matter of fact, let's see if I can pull up some of those pictures. I'm going to show them right now. Costume party Halloween 1989. I have to find the picture of myself because I had it separate from the other ones for some reason. And I can't find it. I'll find it eventually. But picture of me and my brother dressed up. But I got everybody else that showed up at the party because those pictures of me and my brother dressed up, both my brothers, I had them away from those pictures. So I'm not sure what the fuck I did with them, but let's see. Let's see if I can find these pictures. Somebody in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania might get a laugh out of some of these pictures. And anybody else might too. Let's see if I can find them. One friend didn't show up to that party, but I think he was in basic training. He was in basic at that time. I don't think he was home yet. I don't think. Let's see if I can find these pictures because I sent them to my good buddy. So now Jammer's up sending me reels. Let's see what Jammer wants to send me. Some video about a monkey. A little tiny monkey. Weird. Little monkey is smart though. All right, let's check out my old good friend Kevin. And I know I sent him all those pictures, so let's see. Oh, fuck. Oh, wait. Oh, I was like, holy fuck. I lost all the messages I sent him. Sad, though, because I mean, I sent my friend a couple stupid videos, and then he died. I don't even know if he saw those videos. I know one of them he smiled because he saw me give it a thumb up, and then he died like a couple days later. And then I asked him some stupid questions here. Look at this. I sent my friend a video. Let me look here. I sent him a couple pictures of him when he was in the Marines, and he sent me those pictures, mailed me those pictures. So I sent him a picture. I took a photo of those Polaroids and sent them to him. He laughed out loud. It's the old crying, the old face. I don't know if you can see that there. The smiley face crying, laughing and crying, right? Then I sent him a video of a beer review I did. And then I sent him some other video. He usually laughed at all my videos. And these days, he didn't laugh at my videos or give me a thumbs up or anything. And then I sent him a stupid beer video where the guy swirls the beer and makes like a vortex and chugs the beer down. Nothing on that one. That was probably the day he died, right before, a couple hours before he died. And then what was really weird, I'm thinking about him that day. I'm like, damn, did you go to the class reunion of 2020, if there was one or not, because of COVID? Because that would have been our, 30th anniversary? Yeah. And then I found out a couple of days later from a friend, 1 or 2 days later, that he passed. And I was like, what the fuck? And I sent him that message the night before he passed. And he didn't respond or anything. So, pretty sad. But let's get back to the pictures I sent him if I could find them of the Halloween party. It should be on here. There they are. All right, I'm gonna show these pictures on here. Now there's my good buddy Kev dressed up as a fisherman. Halloween party, 1989. Yep, he died there in 2021, October, after his 50th birthday. Now there's my friend Gary dressed up as a fat lady, and our friend Red dressed up as a clown hobo or something. There we have Windy Day dressed up as Windy from Peter Pan, maybe. I don't know. She's in a nightgown. She's got a binky in her mouth. I don't know what the hell it is. She's got to love that old dishwasher and old 1980s panel on the counter and all that kind of stuff. Now there's my friend Dawn, and I think the girl's name was Rosie or Rosaline or something. The girl dressed up as a cat. Dawn was a devil. Yeah. And there is Erica and Janelle. Janelle was no nun. And Erica was definitely some type of gypsy belly dancer. Definitely. And there's Joe and, God, what was his girlfriend's name? Deanne, I believe. Deanne. Yeah. And that's it. Somehow I don't have the pictures of me, my two brothers. And there's somebody else. Kenny, I think, was there. Lost a couple of those pictures. But anyhow, Halloween party 1989. It was a fun time. Yes, it was. Costume party. It was good, man. My parents, couple of the parents came over. I think Gary's mother came over. I think Janelle's parents were there. And that was probably about it. The kids were down in the basement. I think we were sneaking some liquor. hey. Good year, man. October 1989. Shit. That was my senior year in high school. That was a good year. The best days of my lives. The best days of our lives. The summer of 89. Let me ask my other friend, because he wasn't at that party. I thought he was back by then, but maybe he didn't get invited. I don't know. Let's check. I hardly ever chat to him, but man, I'm thinking back to the fall of 89, and I can't remember when you came back from the Marines. Did you miss our Halloween party? Best days of our lives. Oh, yeah. Now, this guy is straight edge, no drugs, no alcohol. Now, he used to smoke pot back in the day a lot. But supposedly he's straight edge now. All right, well, we'll see if he replies back. He might have been back from the Marines. There was a couple times we just, let's not invite him over. That type of friend, like, okay, we can only deal with him so much, So he might have been back from the Marines already. We just didn't invite him to the party. And I do apologize if that did happen. Oh, yeah, back in the summer of 89. I'm going to do some karaoke next. Hey, did I give this a score? Yeah, A- is sort of, right? I think so. I think we might have done this one before Jammer did. Let me check the YouTube channel real quick. We'll see if we've done it before. Costume Party. Let's do a quick search on YouTube. Manage videos and then search. I wish Jammer was more involved with the YouTube channel. He's not, but that's okay. I don't have time for it either. Yeah. That's what? Costume Party. Nope. This is the only. I thought we did. Jammer did this, or I did it. This is the only time. Okay. Well, if you haven't been to Costume Party, you watch this video, you've been to one now. Thank you. Yeah, I saw a guy negative earlier about dating websites and all that. I don't even give a shit anymore. These girls just are too expectant of stuff and want to change you. Even if they do get with you, then they want to change you. I'm not changing for shit. I'm staying the way I am. I'm just staying truthful to myself. And I don't even care, to tell you the truth. I'm not shit. I got more money in my bank I've ever had, and I'm single. It's staying that way. If you're in a relationship, man, that fucking money drains. I'm loving life. Save that money up, buy something special. A brand new pair of sneakers or something. Maybe some 4 cheese lasagna. Maybe a party for myself. A costume party. Hey, we're going to get rid of this video. We're at 24 minutes, so we got to get off. I apologize for taking too long. I know Jammer's great at doing some 8, 10, 12-minute videos. Shag Dog, on the other hand, talks a lot and takes my time drinking. I do some long-winded videos, but God, you got to admit, some of the shit is funny. You're like, wow, this guy's crazy. This guy's a drunk. Or this guy is psycho. There's only been a couple of girls I love in my life. And that is true about a man. When a man gets his heart broken. I mean, I'll admit, I broke a couple girls' hearts, but mostly on the win-loss scale, I've got my heart broken more than the hearts I've broken, you know. And when a man gets his heart broken, the less and less his heart gives a fuck. I gotta say it's true. Yeah. And I've broken a couple hearts before. And I've had a couple good ladies I let slip through my fingers. Not that we broke each other's heart or anything. We just like kind of grew apart or didn't get serious enough or whatever. Yeah. I'm like a sweet chocolate candy in vanilla form. Once a girl gets a taste of this, yeah, she's in the sweetness for life. Actually, I wonder. I like to know how some of these women ended up, especially the girls in my younger days and don't know where they're at. Yeah, I wish I could find them online. I'll say, damn. But then again, it's a good thing I can't, because maybe I find out they're dead or something. You know, that'd be heartbreaking. Now, one of my first loves, apparently her or her boyfriend that I don't know she had, has fucked around with me, because a couple of years ago I was in Florida. She was talking about, I want to come down and visit you, blah, blah, blah. Came down time she was going to visit me. She never showed up. Texted her, messaged her, no reply. All right, fuck her. I move here to North Augusta, South Carolina. She gets on there. Oh, you moved? Oh, I used to be down there. I used to be at Fort Gordon. I stayed there with a friend for a while. Oh, I want to come down and visit you. Oh, yeah, okay. Come down and visit me. And for like 2 weeks, hey, you coming down? Hey, you coming down? No reply, no response. And then all of a sudden I'm blocked. And I'm not like haunting her. No, couldn't call me. I was like, hey, why don't you call me? Couldn't call me on the phone. Just text. I think it was her boyfriend. Like, fuck with me. Or something. Anyhow, after that point, I'm like, I'm blocking you too. She didn't block me per se, like block me on Facebook, but stopped it so I couldn't message her. So I don't know if she was hiding it. She has a boyfriend. She was hiding it from, or the boyfriend doing it. But anyhow, I wasn't blocked totally, but then I blocked her totally on Facebook. I was like, yeah, I ain't playing this shit anymore. Twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you know the thing. Yeah, so I was like, I'm done with that bitch. Anyhow, that's life. Enjoy it. It's all an illusion, matrix type thing anyhow. I mean, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, is there a consequence on the other side? I don't know if there's really a hell or heaven. All I know is this is a computer program. And yeah, we're losing the game in Game of Tron. The programmers are winning. We are the programs. The programmers and the users are having their way with us. And that's all I can say. I just want to get on one of those motorcycles and make those lines and make you crash into it. Like that one guy said, crash into me and I crash into you. You know the guy. All right, that's it for this one. Shag Dog Spitter Swallow Beer. I'm done for the day. Don't get me started on a friggin' 11% beer. on a sour, Imperial Sour. Hey, PA Brew News. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, I started on a 11% sour, and then I did a Buddha lager or whatever the hell it's called. And then what's this, 10 or 12%? I'm buzzed, tired. Yeah, it's 11%. Yeah. I probably should have started a lot earlier. That's okay. But you would like this one, PA Brew News. Oh my god, I got some beer left in there. I better finish it. Those damn big cans, yeah. Yeah, 11% Imperial Stout. I'm not sure if you get this up Pennsylvania way. Costume Party Imperial Stout. It's from that was a brewing company called Westbrook Brewing out of Casey, South Carolina, I think. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, which is by Charleston, South Carolina. My bad. I still don't know my geography of South Carolina. Ooh. Tired and buzz is a good way to end it. Yeah, I want to do some beer. I'm not beer reviews. I already done beer reviews. I want to do some karaoke because I get on the karaoke channel, but I might be too buzzed to do karaoke, I think. But I might do it after this one. What I hate about the karaoke channel is especially if I do the Wi-Fi, I posted a video on my Facebook last week, and I just watched it today, and the music and the audio is like way unaligned, so I sound retarded. So I can go back and fix that, Yeah, they're not too bad, Westbrook. Only thing I hate about Westbrook, this one's not too bad because it's got an original label, but most of their labels are same design. It's just maybe a different color, so it might be gold or blue, and just say Westbrook. It might say Westbrook Sour Ale or Westbrook whatever, and same design on all the labels. Nothing special on the labels, just the color changes and the under whatever style of beer. That's about it. That probably sounded retarded, but that's the way it is. I don't mean to offend my retarded fans out there, though, so. That's true. I mean, and it's probably cost effective also too. Hey, we just got to change the color and one or two words. Yeah, we have to do all these crazy different labels. So, yeah. Most of the Westbrook beers I've had have been all right, not too bad. I could think Westbrook had the Smordor, I believe, is like the Mordor, but it was Smordor. Brewing English at mild at the moment. Oh, yes, ATM at the moment. I get it. I'm still with it. Yes. Or that might have meant ass to mouth, right? ATM ass to mouth. All right. At the moment. I'm going to guess that was at the moment, though. The Hobbit, yes. Oh, The Hobbit. Yeah. I kind of like the Hobbit trilogy I didn't really like those all those trolls too much. I had the trolls, the dwarves. But it was all right, yeah. At least Legolas was in the trilogy, right? Yeah, can't have a trilogy, even though he wasn't in the book. But it was nice to have him in the Hobbit trilogy. I can't read that. Flip Wilson. Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a child. That's how I never read the Hobbit books. I saw the animated The Hobbit by Rankin and Bass or whoever held it. And then, of course, you had Lord of the Rings, but they only had the Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers. And then they had the Rankin and Bass did the King, Return of the King. So when I was young, I saw all of them. But when we were teenagers, junior or senior high school, me and my brothers are like, me and my older brother especially, like, yeah, we're watching Lord of the Rings animated. We got everybody there, we're smoking pot. Then the story ends, and we're like, wait, the fuck happened? That's not the end, but we were thinking the third part, Return of the King, was with that, but it wasn't. But we haven't seen it in so long, we didn't remember. It was like, wait, what the hell? The show just cut off, with Frodo and Samwise going towards Mordor, and like, that's it? What the hell happened? Where's the rest of the show? And then the third part was done by Rankin and Bass, Return of the King, which is kind of kiddie. They should let the same company that did the Lord of the Rings animated do the third part also. But anyhow, rugby. Flip Wilson. Yep, I know Flip Wilson. And had an implant, penis, Linus, I'm going to guess that's penis pump. Ralph Basket, Lord of the Rings is fantastic. There are supposed to be a part 2, but found and got dropped, so they had to change the end. Oh, okay. Yeah, and then the Rankin, the other one, whatever hell the other company was, did the Hobbit, did the third part. And I mean, some of the songs were good. Frodo and the Nine Fingers and the Ring of Doom. It had some cool songs on it, but that's kind of kiddie like the Hobbit, Yeah, well, what can you do, right? Thankfully, they came out with the movies. I went with Jammer to see the first movie, Fellowship of the Ring. I don't think Jammer knew the story, so he was like, that movie really sucked. Yeah, he was a voice character. He was. He might have been Samwise Gamgee or something, right? I think he was Samwise Gamgee. Who did Casey Kasem voice in Return of the King? I know he did Shaggy on Scooby-Doo, of course. He did Mary on Return of the King. My bad, I was off. Mary, he did Mary. Yeah, The Hunt for Gollum, and there's an animated show that it's supposed to be. It was in theaters, I guess. It comes out Max soon. I guess it flopped in the theaters. Some animated prequel or something. I remember Casey Kasem's top 40, right? Hi, I'm Casey Kasem, and this is America's Top 40. I can't do his voice anymore, but I probably could have 20 years ago. America's Top 40. What happened to the America's Top 40? Man, when did the Top 40 die, actually? I mean, nobody buys records or CDs or whatever anymore, right? It's all digital. Nobody even buys anything. It's all listed for free on YouTube or whatever, right? Apparently, some people download albums or whatever still, because Rat was number 1 for 1 week out of the cellar a couple months ago. It was number 1 week. It wasn't a whole lot of sales. I was like, wow, they're number 1 with that many sales. It wasn't a lot, but. Oh, yeah, Roddy McDowell. Yeah, Roddy McDowell was Samwise. That's right. Roddy McDowell, Planet of the Apes, and Matthew in uh, whichever Jesus movie that was. The greatest story ever told, Matthew. Yes. Planet of the Apes. And what's that vampire movie? Whatever that vampire movie was. Roddy McDowell. Now, I never knew back in my young days that Roddy McDowell and Malcolm McDowell are brothers. You'd think they would have done some movies together or something, right? Oh, well, another missed opportunity. Fright Night, yeah. Yeah, Roddy McDowell is pretty good. Malcolm McDowell is good too. Pretty good. Of course, Clockwork Orange. He was in the series Heroes. I'm sure the one Star Trek movie with William Shatner meeting like this. William Shatner meeting Patrick Stewart. Malcolm McDowell was a bad guy during the meeting. Yeah. Hey, if you want to join in, PA Brews, I'll do one more if you want to join in. I don't know if you're at work or you're home or what. I could reset the video, do the drinking and thinking. I don't think I have any beers to review, but I got some Yinglings. I got some Yinglings to kill in the fridge. That's probably about it for me if you don't want to join. Whoa. Yeah, the damn little, what was this? Show me the link. I can't brew from work. What? Oh, throw me the link. I can't brew from work. I don't know what that means. You can't show me the link. Throw me the link. Oh, this link here? I'll throw you the link from this one if you just want to join in this one. That's cool. Let me invite. Copy. And we're going to go to Facebook, and I'll send you a link on the PA, the paintings or whatever. I think that's why I got you on Facebook. The Paul's Paintings. But I have to go get another beer. Oh, there you are. And paste. There you go. There's a link for this one. Oh, you're brewing right now. Well, you can show that on the channel. I'll tell you what, if you get in, I'm just going to go grab another beer. If you can't join this one, I sent you the link for this one. So just hop in. I'm going to go grab another beer. Oh. Oh. You guys are funny. It's pretty sad that my hair is thinning out. right. I got England. Hey, there's my buddy. I'm going to let you join in here in a second. Hey, it's brewing beer. Wait, how come I can't let you in? What? Okay, I got you. Hold on. There you are. Usually it does a double there, but okay. Hey, there you go.
There you go. There we are. Yeah.
Whoa. So what are you brewing?
I'm brewing an English mild. I just brewed a stout, so I have a stout on right now, which I'm not drinking right now. I actually am drinking a really nice kind of Westy. It's called Trail Marker. Sorry, which way? There you go. It's called Trail Marker from New Trail Brewing Company. It's a 9% Westy. But the nice thing is, if you get it actually is in a lot of sheets, a lot of regular like gas stations around here. It's a 20-ounce can, 19.1 or whatever, 19.2. And it's only $2.68 a can.
Well, that's a bargain.
That's a bargain. And it's quality made, quality stuff. A lot of places I've noticed, they make cans, and I guess another company makes their big cans. So you'll get a lot of that confectionery sugar, sweetness, all that stuff, like the stuff that you normally get when you drink an old IPA, like the stuff that isn't nice to drink.
Yeah.
These guys, they make their own stuff for their own big cans too. So you get a nice, refreshing, fresh beer every time. Because I've had, for instance, like Oscar Blues and stuff like that. I've had their bigger cans, and you get that old taste. You get a small can, you get a fresh taste, like stuff like that. Even Trogs, even Victory, you get a little bit of a different taste when you have a fresh can versus a big can like this. And honestly, actually, Headhunter from Fatheads is not very good. Headhunter in a can, a small can from Fatheads is great. So I don't even buy Headhunter anymore. So, but this New Trail, if you buy their tropical or you buy this, you're going to get a fantastic beer for a very low price in Pennsylvania, and you're going to get an amazing beer too. So that's a win.
When you call it a Westy for the newbies out there, I'm assuming that's a West IPA.
Yeah, a West Coast IPA is a little bit more pine forward, a little bit more resiny, that kind of thing, and it's not hazy. And I think that's unfortunately, IPAs in most people's minds are hazy, and that's not really the truth. But they have become like hazy IPAs is like, what do you mean? All IPAs are hazy. Like
right.
we're in that little mindset right now. This is a clear, as you can see, clear beer.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you might get a little bit of hop haze, as they used to call it. It was a little haze by the hop sedimentation floating around in your beer. Not chunks, but just a little sedimentation, hop haze. And all beer was clear. And all of a sudden, back in like maybe 2008, 2009, they started adding different adjuncts to beer to make it hazy. And of course, we all know like Top and Goliath with Pseudo Sue, one of the first hazy pale ales ever made, which was fucking fantastic. It still is fantastic today. And things just got going on. And of course, then New England IPAs with lactose and a hazy. Back in the day, all IPAs were clear. Now they're hazy.
Yeah, I didn't even start drinking. My first IPA was probably 2012, I think.
Yeah, and of course, though the other thing is too is IPA is India Pale Ale, and the purpose of an India Pale Ale is overly hop it so it could make the journey from England to India without spoiling. That's the purpose
back in the old
of
days.
an India Pale Ale.
Right.
And as markets change, as people's change, as tastes changed, you wanted to get fresher, hoppier. It wasn't that when it first happened. It was just because they have antioxidant properties, they have bacteria like fighting properties to keep beer fresh without spoiling. Because beer used to spoil by the time it got to India.
Room temperature.
Yeah,
in a boat, pretty hot down in the storage of a boat.
Yeah, and they weren't like double box. They weren't like huge ABV rich beers. They were light, easy drinking beers, and they would
5-6%.
spoil. Yeah. So if there was huge ABV, it would the bigger the ABV, the more it would stay away that problem with going bad. That's why big ABV beers can age well. That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Peter, I'd like to thank you for joining. And we got one viewer, probably because of you.
Oh, no, not because of me. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Same thing with the IPAs and going to India. All the different foreign beers, like the foreign stouts, they made them a little stronger, more.
Well, especially the Russian Imperial Stouts. That was a big thing because that was going to the czars in Russia, and they had a little bit more hop to them too for a preservation. And that
they had made in Russia, right?
Huh?
They weren't originally made in Russia. That's just what they.
No, absolutely not. They were all made in England. England was actually the center. Actually, Courage Brewing Company still has the original license to the original Russian Imperial Stout, Courage Russian Imperial Stout, that was actually shipped to the czars of Russia. And it has a little bit more hop quality. That is obviously you're not supposed to drink it fresh because you're supposed to drink it aged like 5 years, something like that. So like you get more of that real what it's supposed to taste like after it's made its journey, after it's cellared, you know what I mean? All those different steps it takes. Right. But they overly hop that to make that trip. And now again, American brewing companies take that vibe like, well, they overhop that, so we should overhop this. You know what I mean? And now you just get American brewing companies making imperial stouts that are basically black IPAs because they're overly hopping it and when you drink it, especially people who don't like hoppy beers, you're getting a black IPA instead of a nice imperial stout. Because that's all supposed to be died out by the time you drink it. Right. But when you overly hop it fresh, boom, now you got this hop bomb. So even things in Pennsylvania that I could say is Storm King. Storm King was a great example of a great imperial stout until they just like, oh, let's throw the hops onto it. Now it tastes like a black IPA. Old Rasputin is another good example of that. So I mean, it hits a lot of styles where the traditionalism is kind of died out, or the reason for the traditionalism has died out.
I do like black IPAs though, because I just love the.
Oh, so do I. I love them.
Yeah, I mean, because when the first time I had a black IPA, I was like, IPAs, black IPA, what the hell is this? And then I had it, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. You know,
I'll tell you what, I'll drink a black IPA over a regular IPA every day. I love black IPAs. However, I have a girl that does not like hops. If she tastes hops at all, she is fucking outs. But she loves stouts and porters. So I'm trying to get into imperial stouts, and then you find the overly hot black IPA imperial stouts, and she just does not like it.
She's got a builder palate. Now, that's what Jammer, when I moved away from Florida, I came here by myself. We used to split beers all the time. And I was like, I hate IPAs. Oh, thank God we're splitting this one, you know. But when I moved here, I had to drink the whole damn thing, you know. So I think I build my palate more by moving. Because
I completely agree.
Liked IPAs more after I moved, you know. I'm not an IPA big fan, but I can drink it better, you know. I build my palate.
Well, I was limited funds back in the day, and I bought this case from Yards. Yards does pretty good, like American / English styles really well. And I was like, case of ESA. And I'm thinking ESA, extra special ale. Yes, nice. Like extra special bitter, like a normal English style. So I bought a case of that. That was hopped up. I couldn't stand bitterness. I couldn't stand any of that back in the day. I'm like, holy fuck, this is bitter. But I just bought a case of beer. I can't buy another case. I don't have money, right? I was like, well, this is what I'm gonna have to drink. I drank that case, and at the end of that case, something clicked in my brain. I'm like, I like this. I like bitterness. I'm okay with this. And ever since then, I got into IPAs, and I grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. So,
yeah. I'm a hit or miss. It just depends on the hoppiness and the maltiness. I like a well blended IPA, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I went right to like McKellar 500 IBU beers and stuff like that. Like I went right, like let's go. You know, so I went the gamut. Yeah. Apparently, the human palate can only detect 500 IBUs. Like that's the top of the human palate.
That's a lot.
Yeah, so because like McKellar had 1,000 IBU, so I drank that one too, and I'm like, whatever.
Holy shit, that's like a super IPA.
Well, the thing is, I think the human palate, because they can only detect 500. That's it. Like that's the max. So, woo. Yeah. So that's pretty much like that was the max. So I was like, you know what? There you go. We're good. We've ascended the mountain, and now we're coming down.
We've climbed the mountain.
There is a lot of you don't see it too much anymore, but there used to be a lot of IPAs. There's two different types of IPAs. I can kind of understand the one, and I hate the other one. There's a lot of mass market IPAs. You don't see them so much anymore, but when those fake, I literally say this fake because they were owned by macro companies. Fake brewing companies made IPAs on purposely to taste shitty. So you'd go back to the macro stuff. They used to make hops with a medicinal pill bitterness. You basically you're chewing Tylenol. That was shitty. I drank a lot of beers that had that medicinal pill bitterness in the back. Yeah. And most of the time, they were made by macro brewing companies faking a craft brewing company. So it would deface craft brewing. So you go back to the macro thing. Macro companies are shady as fuck. They know how to make beer like people drink their beer. They're very fucking smart. They're extremely smart.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my video earlier, one or two videos before, but I said I should be in marketing because this year I would have came out with the Bud Bowl again, but I would reintroduce Bud Dry.
Why not?
Bud Dry's revenge against Bud Ice, and have the big. They had the big bottle. It was a 40 ounce or 32 ounce. It was like the fridge. I don't know if it was fuck bottle it was, but have that run against that Dylan McAvee or whatever she name was. Have her in the Bud Light team run her over in the commercial. Yeah, get the beers like the Bud Light drinkers back. Hey, wow, they're running over sheets.
Drink Bud Dry. That's like it worked with Canada Dry. Just dry. Just drink Bud Dry is something like that.
Old
drink
logo.
Dry. People know that. People know that. Yeah. Drink Bud Dry.
I was in the Army when it came out.
I'm old enough to know Drink Canada Dry. Remember that Drink Canada Dry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So drink Bud Dry. It
did have a Michelob Dry also.
Yeah.
I can't remember. A couple other companies might have had dry beer, but it was starting to be a big thing. And then they came out with the ice beers, and the dry beers just disappeared.
Yeah. And they weren't ice beers. They were just cold. They weren't like ice distilled. There was nothing about it. It was the same fucking beer with a different fucking label. I think if you did the dry, I think that would actually explain why it's dry a little bit.
Ice rice lager. That's what a dry beer is, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a rice lager. Yeah, it's just shit. You got lager all over the fuck.
It's mostly
You
on the
piece of
table.
shit.
I got a little
You
bit
have
on
to
my
make
lap.
scrapple now. You make a batch of scrapple to suck
Hey,
up the fucking beer.
party foul, I'd have to sit. Everything's on the table, right? Let's
So
do
if
it.
I was there, I'd smash your face against the table.
I'm gonna suck everything's off the table, right?
You should.
You should
You
hear
should.
it.
You deserve it because you're a piece of shit. There you go. Well, that's a lot of effort. You made a lot of you made a lot of effort to do that.
I didn't
So
get
that's
it
good.
all, but that's okay. That's what she
That's
said.
fine. I mean, you just tried. You did it. You did a good job.
I did more than my exes.
Yeah, actually, you're right because she hasn't sucked shit off my dick, so that's good times. Yeah. That's why she's still single. Fuck you.
Hey, yeah, the Bud Dry, I loved it. And then they
Yeah.
came out the ice, and I was like, the Bud Dry just disappeared. They still made Bud Dry supposedly until 2008, but I haven't seen it since when I left. I was stationed in New Jersey in '93. I went to Panama
Yeah.
for years. I haven't seen it since '93.
I gotta go check my water temp. Hold on.
What's this? Hector Alcohol Reviews. Thanks for commenting. I remember Bud Dry. I used to buy 6-packs. Hey, yeah, that was a good beer, man. I loved it. We used to make pyramids. We drank so much in the army, we made Bud Dry pyramids. Yeah. Michael, what you got there? Even soda companies made crappy soda. Shit with stevia because they want you to think stevia sucks. You're so right. That stevia is not good for you, actually. I got a little bit more beer on my table. Let me suck that up still. It's hard to get down there. I can see where the women are coming from. You know, it's kind of hard to get down there and suck this shit.
I was pretty high on my strike temp, but
Pretty hard.
I think we'll be okay.
I see where the ladies are coming from. Yeah, I had a little party foul. I still got a little puddle of beer. It's just hard to suck that shit up off the table. Oh boy.
All right. Okay. So there you go. I was just at strike temp and it's a little high for strike temp, but I threw it in the grains anyway because obviously like the grains are cold, the steel's cold, all the stainless steel. So it's a little bit high, but it's going to regulate itself. So now we're actually mashing right now. So we're going to mash for an hour.
I like that. I like people like you interested in that because me and Jammer went to a class about that shit one time when I lived in the Tampa area with him. And I was like, I just want to drink beer. I thought I came here to drink beer. But Jammer's more involved in it.
We're all about wine making and brewing and different styles. And I'm a fucking geek. So it's all right. But I'm also like I'm a maintenance guy. You know, I've been a maintenance guy for years, so I'm gonna be like the bare minimum grunt. Like, what can I just mash together to make something happen as cheap as possible? Like, that's one of the because the thing is, if you're rich, right? You can make brewing easy. You can buy whatever the fuck you want to make. Oh, I can just make a brew because I have all this LED screens and I just click this button and the brewing happens and all. Oh, fuck you. Like I am more like down on earth. I'm gonna build everything myself. I'm gonna do everything as cheap as possible. Like that's the fun part of brewing company. Like you can make yourself a microbrew just for your house if you're rich, and someone else will come in and fucking set it all up for you. And he's like, oh, all you have to do is this, this, and this. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing. I mean, that's the weight of the world right now is you have the ultra rich and you have the ultra poor and you're like stuck in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bad thing because I think the poor is getting close. The middle class is poor, like getting here, and the rich are just getting richer. Yeah.
Well, I do agree with you there. I think we have a misappropriation between the classes for sure because they even in I was thinking about this today, even in my old job, the one job I worked where I was a supervisor. You had some of the floor people, because they went to certain classes, it was a union shop. They made more than you. But then when it got to you, you dropped down a bit. But then when you got to, because you were a supervisor, you went to managers, they jumped like 2 times more than you. And then the people in charge of the supervisors, they jumped like 4 times more than you. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this chain? This chain isn't a continuous, simple chain. It went from poor, slightly less poor, and then up and then up. I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You should have a steady ladder of people ascending.
I think it's part of the system to keep us divided.
Yeah, and that's what the thing is. It basically it encourages diversion. It makes you divided. It makes the thing is, this is exactly the same system that encourages rebellion. Right. And that's why I don't understand why people get so confused when people fucking revolt. Like, why? Like, I don't know why. You don't know why? I think you do.
I'm surprised in this country why we haven't had a revolt in the last 50 or 60 years.
Oh yeah, like a full scale fuck you. Yeah, for sure.
I do know why, because we're like free, like the Tesla song, freedom slaves. We're freedom slaves. We got so much luxury.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was an old, and this. I'm not a sports guy, right? I am not a sports guy. I understand. I like Steelers because my family came from Pittsburgh, but I'm not a sports person at all. And I see this every year. There's an old line, a very old line. It says, give them circus and food and bread, and they will never revolt.
Right. Romans.
And I look at the Super Bowl, and I look at all these fucking free handouts for like Domino's and food and bullshit. I'm like, that's why America has been can-sized.
Yeah.
We won't, because entertainment. That's right.
Yeah, all the luxuries, PlayStation 5s.
We have all the toys. We don't need to revolt because we have all these freedoms and all these toys. However, I want to say to everybody who thinks that America is a bunch of fucking freedom, like loving bullshit, there are so many people in America who just bitch about they don't have this, they don't have that, we don't have freedom, we don't have this, we don't have that, we don't have this, we can't do this, we can't do that. Fuck you. Travel. Please travel. Go to other countries, because when you come back to America, you will kiss the fucking ground you were born on, and you'll say, America is the best country, and we have all these freedoms, and thank you.
That's why a lot of these people, not all of them, but a lot of these immigrants are coming here because that's what we have.
Yeah, we are the fucking best. Because
some of them are coming here for nefarious reasons, but a lot of them are coming here because of better opportunities.
But I've heard so many people that are fucking so gifted and gilded and bullshit right now still complain. I'm like, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Go to South Africa. Go to this. Go to tour Africa.
European countries. I mean,
even in European countries, like, oh, you're anti-religion. You like to speak about that. You'll go to jail in Poland. You'll go to jail. Like, oh, you want to rip up a Bible? Oh, that's cool. You'll go to jail for 6 years. What do you mean? I'm like, they don't have freedom. Shut the fuck up. Like, stop complaining.
Slaves to our inventions. Yep. That's
right. Don't worry. Yeah, exactly. We're slaves to our own modern inventions. Because the thing is, the worst thing about America right now is we bred systems where, one, I don't want to sound political, but we bred people that are based like they need the system to survive.
Right.
We bred a lot of people who need the system to survive. That's not good. But at the same time, we lost the core values of what built America. We need that. Fuck you. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to build my own house. I'm going to build my own thing. I'm going to get my own shit. Like, there's no self-sustainable. I mean, there are very few anyway. Yeah. They're very self-sustainable attitudes anywhere where they're going to do their own thing. Yeah. And then you take like Pennsylvania, for example, you're not allowed to be off the grid in Pennsylvania. It's illegal. You have to tie into PPL at least. Pennsylvania Power and Light, right? Which isn't owned by PPL anymore. It's owned by Talon or whatever. But you have to tie in. You don't have to use it. You don't have to use it. But you have to pay those fuckers to tie in.
Huh.
Like, that's the fucking weird ass shit. Like, I don't have to use this system, but I got to pay this guy $15,000 to tie in because it's all political. It's all money grabbing. It's all this. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it. If you're not blind, you can see it. It's all money.
Hopefully that Trump, Elon Musk goes down to the States too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of the same stuff in the States, wasteful spending and wasteful.
Yeah. The biggest problem that we have in America, and we've had it for a long time, and I don't care if you want to say state or commonwealth or individual or even township or whatever, it's misappropriation of funds.
Right.
100% misappropriation. If you really want to, like, and I want to, like, and this is non-political. This is a non-political statement. We have misappropriation of funds. If you really want to go township all the way up to the biggest thing in the world, look at where your funds go. Look who it's going to. Why is it going
to the Indian reservation?
Yeah, Indian, like everything. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's
like,
all about greed and power.
Greed and power. That exactly is the thing. Is no one. And here's the funniest thing too, and I want to say this really quick before I forget it, because this is like, I haven't been drinking, and this is my second beer, so just in case, just in case I forget it, the people that we elect, right? The people that we elect in as a representative or in Congress or in Senate or the president or anything, they are servants of the people.
Right.
Right. Why are they making more than the people that they serve? Why would they do that? That sounds ridiculous.
That does sound ridiculous.
So in my mind, the for Pennsylvania representative, right? The representative of Pennsylvania should make less or as much as the common household in Pennsylvania.
The average, yeah.
Yeah, why would you make 7 times more?
Right.
Makes no fucking sense. And you get guaranteed that for a certain amount of your life?
And
well, fuck
you're automatically guaranteed a pension.
Pension and this and this? Yeah, exactly. Go fuck yourself. And that's where we have the problem in America, because most of the Democratic populace of America for a long time, and some of the Republicans as well, have been fighting for feudalism for a long time. Feudalism is this, simply as that. We have lords and peasants, and that's it. And that's what they're working towards, and I don't like that.
Yeah. And they're trying to bring that, like with the minimum wage raise.
Yeah.
Trying to bring that poor gap with the middle.
I like the fact that you pointed that out. That's a good thing that you pointed that out, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. You have people that are now equally poor.
Yeah.
And then you have the rich.
I'll give you an example. In Florida, minimum wage was like 8 something 5-6 years ago, whatever the hell it was. They had a vote thing. Hey, you want to make minimum wage $15? Okay. Yes, It's going to be over so many years, $1 raise every year. Now they're up to 14, it'll be 15 next year. Yeah. Like people like my brother, he was making $16 an hour, and now he's making like 17 since 2020. He's only $3 ahead of minimum wage now, where compared to 2019, he was $8 or $9 ahead of minimum wage. So he's almost at minimum wage now.
And here's the thing is, there's no government station that says this. Okay, you made $28 an hour because you put in your fucking blood, sweat, and tears. You make $18 an hour because you're minimum wage. We're going to increase you to that stature, right? But this guy doesn't move. He doesn't move. And all of a sudden, because you're increasing minimum wage, everything else gets 6 times more expensive. Bam, boom. you're equally as poor as this fucker who's make $28 an hour, worked his whole life away, and everybody else makes more. Congratulations, you goddamn retards.
Yeah. Yeah. All it is like, I've noticed as I got older, cost of living goes up, inflation goes up, minimum wage goes up. It kind of like
there's always a
2008
factor, a 300% markup on inflation versus minimum wage.
Right, 2008, the housing boom or housing crisis that brought shit back together. Now we started. I'm doing better now.
We go back up again. And that's the thing is, they're working to make people equally poor, and I don't know why they can't fucking see that. Here's the thing is, and I said this: if you made a station where like we're going to make we're going to raise the minimum wage. However, we're going to put a station, which you can't do because that's totalitarianism, a station on every single employee where they can't raise the rates of their goods. Like you fix their good price. That's totalitarian. You can't do that in America.
Kind of like Kamala was saying, we're gonna make the grocery stores not raise their prices.
Yeah, you can't do that because then, of course, then you actually get to. There's another legal standard too. If you lower the rate of your price on things and try to match other people, that's actually constitutionally, it's actually a legal thing too. You can't lower your wage more so than this because then again, because I took a lot of classes on this, then it actually becomes another illegal problem where you're trying to undercut people. Undercutting is actually illegal, which is like undercutting is the best thing in the world because being poor, I can afford that undercut. And they're making it illegal for people to do it. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? It's like a win-win
situation. The whole shit is a big sham.
It is. It's like, and the thing is, I think they're using all this stuff to make people mad to shade other issues too. I mean, like you're older than I am. You've seen more than I have. Every time we have a major fucking catastrophe, they like where everyone says, look at Brad Pitt getting shit on, or like, look at this fucking country getting bombed. 16 things
he's in jail.
Yeah, but 16 things go through Congress that fucks us in the end that we weren't supposed to look at. It's a fucking deflecting fucking scheme every time.
And it's the same shit. I mean, they make it look, okay, you're getting a raise, and then here comes this along 2 years later, brings you back to your worth 3 or 4 years ago.
If you aren't getting yearly, if you aren't getting $1 plus a raise every year, it does not cover the inflation property and insurance inflation. It doesn't. It doesn't cover it. So
I got 28 cents last year, and this year I'm getting like a 30-40 cent raise.
Yeah, you're basically in more of the hole than you were. And the thing is, if you make so much money, right? If you get enough money, like enough increase to live, then you get a federal penalty because you made too much.
The next tax bracket.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? And all you're doing is trying to fight the fucking things.
Those poor people. Last year was like 11,800 up to whatever tax bracket. This year it went down to 11,000. So anybody that made that $700 less are getting the next tax bracket.
Right. Well, and at the same time is you still get these people that are lower tax bracket, more things like there's some people who make more money than they claim, but they make shit tons of money. Their whole family's on free fucking healthcare. Their whole family's on free this. They got booze, they got cigarettes, they got pets, they got fucking cars, they got houses. I'm like, and I'm just the poor schmuck working for a living, trying to take care of my kids. Like this is fucking stupid.
A lot of people know how to manipulate the system, and I wish I knew how.
I wish I knew how to, right? It's like, but at the same time, I wouldn't manipulate the system because I have principles.
Right.
I have fucking principles. I can't do that. If I get something in the store, in the grocery store, right? and I don't need it when I like for some reason I can't buy it when I get to the fucking end. I walk all the way through the grocery store and put it back where I got it.
Almost the same spot.
Yeah, the exact same spot where I got it.
Pretty
Not
close.
even close. Exactly.
If you can't remember, at least pretty close, though, right?
Well, if I can't remember, yeah, I will put it back close to where I got it. I will always put my grocery cart back in the fucking grocery store cart stand because I'm one of those people.
You're not going to put some Pop-Tarts in the frozen thing. Right?
No, of course not, because I'm not a piece of shit like most of these fucking people. And things like that show me that you don't belong in my society and you should be completely killed. Yep,
yeah,
because I'm pretty.
If you got something in your cart you don't want, just wait till you get to the cash register and they'll take it back.
They'll put it back for you. They'll even put it back for you, but they'll just lay it in a fucking. I've seen raw meat laid in an aisle to rot.
Yeah.
You fucking cocksucking pieces of shit. You should be drug out in the street, like Garfield used to say, and shot.
Right.
Remember when Garfield used to say that shit? Because it was true. And they took it away because it was true. Hey, you can't be offensive like that. You need to, and I think that's a lot of media. No, you need to be a piece of shit. You need to want to be a piece of shit. You need to want to get on drugs. You need to want to get on the system. You need to want to get supplanted in this goddamn system that we have now, where we have a bunch of fucking sheep and not enough fucking wolves. Fuck you. Oh, sorry, that was a rant. I think I went ranty a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh, I totally realized I was ranting. Sorry about that.
It wasn't too bad.
I don't rant very much, so that was a real rant. It was honest. Everything I said was honest.
Be a beer review, and I always tell Jammer, no politics, but we get on it anyhow eventually.
Yeah, but Jammer gets on politics every fucking review I with you.
I know. I'm like, no politics. Oh, yeah, there we go. I get on.
I know. I was gonna say you can't say it to me. I've watched Jammer do it about 16,000 times now.
I know. Yeah,
especially on the old channel.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, man, we do too much politics shit, and we should talk about happy shit.
No, yeah. The thing is, though, like I have a friend, and I can't stand his channel because he slurps his beer, or his coffee. But like he's a political channel, and honestly, he's got more subscribers than I do because he just talks politics. And I was like, honestly, I hate talking politics. I only talk politics when I get fucking triggered. Really,
right? Triggered.
You know what I mean? Like I actually like and the thing is, I wish he would talk about like super happy things and goals and like positive shit. But I swear to God, though, if he did that, he'd have a third of the subscribers.
Yeah, he'd have less. Yeah.
Yeah. No, nobody wants to see positive shit. They want to see.
It depends. There's some really good positive people out there. It's like, wow, this guy really brightens my fucking, or a woman.
Yeah.
My day.
Yeah. This person,
a fair few in between. Most things are negative that really brightens your day.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I think on our PA Outdoors couple, I think when people really do like watching us travel around and explore shit and stuff like that, that's cool. But PA Brew News, I mean, I'm over 1,000 subscribers now, but it took me fucking 14 years to get there because I'm a fucking beer reviewer, one, and then I'm not a very friendly beer reviewer, two, because I tell people like it is. If you drink macro shit, you don't know what you're talking about, like things like that. Yeah, well, you used to be.
Well, we had 7,000 subscribers until we got canceled in 2020. Yeah, but yeah, we're up to 120 now.
What happened? What happened to your cancel? Why did you get canceled?
It was my fault. It was 4th of July 2020, the year of cancellation, and I came across a video. Somebody posted a little video thing on my Facebook or something. It was a Statue of Liberty girl dressed up as Statue of Liberty, painted gray or whatever, and she was riding some dude. So we were doing a StreamYard.
Oh.
And I showed it on the camera like for about 5 seconds. We're thinking that's what it is, and we got canceled like 2 days later.
Well,
you couldn't tell she was naked, but she was riding a dude. And, yeah.
Okay, because my buddy Rob, he's been on a few. I remember back in the day when, well, YouTube was a little bit maybe Wild West back then, but he was like watching Full Scale porn behind him while we were on live streams, and we never got canceled.
Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing we can think of because we got canceled like 2 days later, and Jammer said it just said the sexual explicit whatever material.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, yeah, like 2008 is a lot different than 2020.
Yeah. So
Well,
that's what
2020,
happened.
actually 2020, that was the year America got put to sleep too. So I don't know if that was a whole fucking different America that after that. So I don't know.
Yeah, we had a lot of viewers.
But
I gotta go back to this old
that was
video.
also when YouTube got they got their partnership and they got their fucking ads put on, and like before that a little bit they like back in like the early days we didn't have to worry. We could put like video responses, we could put like different content on. A lot of people were doing a lot of different shit back then, and then when they got like with Google and they got ads put on, then the restrictions really got put on what you could put on and what you couldn't. So
Yeah.
I think you just got kind of caught up in that for sure.
Yeah, it was so quick. I don't know if someone reported us or what, because it was like for 3 seconds and then
Damn. And that really wasn't with AI. I don't think 2020 when the AI bots were going crazy because like
I don't know. Yeah, we got canceled a couple of days after that, and he's telling me, "Hey, our channel, something's wrong with our channel." They said we violated something, and we waited about a week, and he tried to send him back a message, but how that goes.
But then it was like, "Fuck you, you're done." The end. Like I think everyone should have the chance to at least dispute the fucking directive. Like at least let me fucking talk to you.
At least too, because I've had a video on this channel. It got blocked for something. I didn't even know what video it was. It just said a message saying your video did this, and I looked, and I guess the video was deleted or whatever. I don't know what the hell happened to it. But
well, I mean, I know you play music and stuff. You know what you should do? You should find the same exact, like scientifically, right? You would use the same exact video, show it exactly the same amount of time, and see what happened to your channel.
Most of our song, I played a song loud a couple weeks ago. I did Moody Blues, In Your Wildest Dreams, or one of those damn songs. I played it louder. It was karaoke, me singing it, karaoke version. That's what we've been playing lately. But it caught that one. Now it didn't block the video. It just said copyright, but this
you can't make money off that one. Yeah, that makes sense.
But we're gonna still let this video on or whatever hell it is. But there was some other shit. Jammer played some Saturday Night Live skit, like a 1970s, Billy Crystal and somebody else dressed up as cops. And the system caught that shit and blocked our video worldwide. I had to cut the whole shit out just to play the whole video. Yeah.
Really? Because of the Billy Crystal skit?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, Billy Crystal dressed up as cops. Him and some other guy beating down some dude back in the 70s.
I think it was probably because of Saturday Night Live because they just had their 50th anniversary and bullshit like that.
That was our second worldwide block, yeah. And our other one was Fox. We did a cops back in the day. And
you see that?
Does that say Big Yard? What is that?
Yeah, Log Yard. But this is my cask pull stout. See the little things rising up there?
Yeah.
Like an Irish pull, like a Guinness.
Sounds like a plan.
It is my cask pull stout, and it is delicious.
I'm still sipping on this Yingling, but I only got 1 or 2 sips left. Yeah.
Less left. My girl got me a case, like 20. Was it 24 pack or something like that? Huge case of Straub's Amber. And I'll tell you what, it sounds stupid because I know they're not naturally carbonated. I know they're not a real ale. I know they're not all this stuff. But I've been drinking on it very rarely. And I crack one of those bitches open, and it's got this like really rich caramel, dark fruit kind of thing to it. Like people piss on fucking Straub's, like a lot of people like locally. But honestly, their Amber It's fucking delicious. And the more I drink it, the older that case gets, the better it tastes. I love it. And it's
So
cheap.
what kind of beer is it?
It's just an amber lager. It's just
Okay.
an amber lager, and it's fucking delicious.
Is that what I bought? I think I came across a straw when I came to Pennsylvania back in 2013. I think I bought a 30
I
pack.
finally just had it on tap last week, and it definitely doesn't taste like the old cans I have, obviously, because it's not old, but it's still clean, crisp, nice. It's not very hoppy, and I think people are like, I understand that unlike a Vienna style lager, it has a little bit more grassy, earthy bite to it. I get that. This has more of like a cereal grain sweetness to it, but it's still a very nice drop from an independent brewing company from the fucking the northwest of Nowhereville, Pennsylvania, and I like it very much. And it's very cheap. It's literally $14 a fucking case. Like, it's fucking cheap as fuck. Or $14 for like a 15 pack. It's less than $1 a can, and it's delicious.
Oh, yes. I think because when I went through Pennsylvania in 2013, I picked up a pack of regular Keystone. Regular Keystone, you can't get it down in the South anymore. And
Right.
now it's gone completely, I think. I think I picked up a case of Straub and Stroh's, a 30 pack of all three of them.
Yeah, I don't even think Stroh's is around anymore.
I think they are, but they're very limited now. I saw something about them, and about a year ago, they had a new label or whatever hell was going on. But anyhow,
Yeah.
they probably suck.
There's a very rare.
I used to like Stroh's when I was about a
Stroh's. I know my buddy had Stroh's pretzel cans, where it said Stroh's on the pretzel can. Those big metal pretzel cans, and he has Stroh's one. Yeah. There's a rare beer company. It's very rare, and it's been around since like Prohibition times. It's a very rare brewing company in Pennsylvania. It's called Kohler beer, and they do a light and a dark beer, and that's it. And they're from Groves or Spring Grove or Grove City, PA, in the West, and they're still in business today.
Yeah, that sounds.
But they
familiar.
only do 2 lagers. That's it.
Kohler. Yeah.
Kohler.
Probably a big mafia family in West Pennsylvania.
And you can actually watch Kohler beer advertisements that's in black and white from the 30s and 40s and 50s, and all the Kohler beer and stuff like that. I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I was like, holy shit, there's actually, I think I have a can if I could find it. Let me see if I have a can. Here, I have a can of it. This is an old can, but it's the same company since 1847. Since 1847, they're still around. There you go. Kohler.
Yeah.
Kohler beer.
That sounds familiar. I've probably seen an advertisement or something when I lived in Pennsylvania.
They are still around. Kohler
What the hell is that? Beer is made by Steel Beer, whatever hell it makes the Steel Beer in Pittsburgh. German something beer? German beer? Or shit. It's a cheap beer, white can. Iron City, yes, I know that one. Same company makes a beer called German something.
Are you talking about Bohemia Lager?
Oh, no. Let's see if I can look it up. It's like a little weird white cartoon, red, white, and blue cartoony guy. Let's see. German beer, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh. Let's see. What the fuck? I'll find it. German beer, Pennsylvania by Iron City Brewing. I know Iron City Brewing makes it, but German.
German.
Yeah.
And there's also another one from that area called Stoney's. I've never tried.
That's well, it looks like the 12-pack or case.
Old German.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was a kid in upstate New York. Old German. I was like, wow. And then when I grew to adult age,
it's not German at all. It's from fucking Pittsburgh.
I never drank it. I was like, how come I haven't drank that old German? I used to see cans on the side of the roads or something, whatever. Old German. I want to try that someday. But they still sell it. It's made by Iron City Brewing though. You'll have to find it someday and try it.
Yeah. No, it's still made. It's really still made.
From what I've seen, yeah, I looked it up a couple of times.
I'll tell you what, Iron City is the worst beer I've ever had.
I hate it. Me and Jennifer had it one time.
The thing about Iron City that confused me was I drank Iron City, and my parents are all from Pittsburgh, basically, and they've had Iron City, and they're like, "Don't drink it. Don't drink it. You don't want to. Don't drink it." I'm like, "Oh, whatever. I got a bottle of Iron City." And I'm drinking it. I'm like, this isn't that bad. That's pretty good. Like, wow, okay. I'm drinking and drinking and drinking. A little bit of a weird taste in the back of the palate, but it's not bad. And I'm drinking and drinking. And I got done drinking it, right? And this back taste that I got kept growing and growing and growing and growing. I'm like, ugh, like, what is this taste? And I'm like, ugh. You know what I mean? And I'm drinking IPAs to make it go away. And I went over to bourbons, and I went over to scotch, and I'm drinking all this beer and whiskey and spirits to make this fucking taste go away. And I got so fucking hungover the next day because I drank so much shit to try to get this taste out of my mouth.
Yeah,
and the next day, I was so fucking hungover, I could still fucking taste it. Hungover and still taste Iron City. That was the Iron City bite that I will remember till the day I die, to never drink another Iron City again.
I'm happy. Me and Jammer, we split an Iron City between four of us, and an Iron City Light between four of us. When we did a beer review with a girl that he used to know was a Cowboys cheerleader, her fiance.
Yeah.
And we split. We had like 5 or 6 beers. We split between the four of us. So I'm glad we split that Iron City beer and the Iron City Light between four of us, because I didn't like it at all. So
yeah,
it was great.
You didn't have the same loving.
Only 1/4 of that beer and 1/4 of the light beer by Iron City.
Yeah. No. Well, Iron City definitely gives you a taste to remember. Yeah. Iron City, a taste to remember is a good slogan.
Right.
For Iron City.
Or a taste you'll never forget.
A taste you'll never forget, or a taste to remember. I like that. Iron City, a taste to remember. Irish people will like that. That's good. Iron City, a taste to remember.
Hey, there's a new thing on StreamYard I noticed today, and I uploaded 2 of them today. You can make a short video on StreamYard. Hey, I'm going to take this video, like the one we had last week. I'll make a short video, and it won't take highlights from the whole video, but it'll take a clip. Okay, we're talking about something. Takes a clip. I'm like, okay, that sounds good enough. We were talking about fucking, I can't remember the first one I did. And I was like, yeah, what the hell? I'll put it up there. Our first short video we did, and we're talking about something stupid, but I was like, fucking, I'm going to post it.
And that was it. It took it.
And it wasn't like that. There's one video editing thing I know for, what the hell is it? Pro Cam or whatever cam. GoPro. There's one edit they'll take the whole video and make a highlight of your surfing action video, surfing, and it'll cut the next part, all the action type parts of the video, make it into a 1-minute video. Yeah. But this only takes a clip. It doesn't cut the whole, take certain parts of the videos. It just take, okay, here's this 1-minute section of this video, which is funny because we were talking about something stupid, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to put it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about grocery bagging. That's what the hell it was.
Grocery
bagging grocery. Yeah. I'm gonna put that as one of our drinking and thinking videos. Drinking and thinking, grocery bagging.
Grocery bagging. I think that's a sexual euphemism, isn't it?
It could be. It could be. But I figure with that, we could make 2 videos with each video, the video and a little clip from it as a short.
Do you see that a little bit better? The nitro pour?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens with my English cask pour. Gives it that creamy nitro look.
Yeah, I usually take St. Patrick's Day off vacation because I'm half Irish, or somewhat of Irish, 20-30% at least. But this year I didn't take St. Patrick's Day off. I took the week off before because I was like, I can't wait for another week. I got to take a vacation as soon as possible. So, oh well.
Looks pretty good for a nice stout.
Work on St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, this looks pretty good.
That's homebrew too. That's my brew. I made that.
Good.
Yep.
Jammer's made some home brews, and he's like, "Hey, this one's a stout," and I taste it. I'm like, "This tastes like a fucking IPA."
No, this is a proper stout.
Yeah, he's done some beers. I'm like, I don't know if I want to drink this. I don't want to die.
Yep. No, I got my homebrew system down pretty good, and this cask pour, it just makes it even better. So I'm a big fan of my homebrews lately. And I'm doing an English mild right now, which is a nice caramelly session, like it's low ABV, but it's got a nice little bit of malt base, little caramel, nice little toffee tonality too. So nice little earthiness from the hops. I'm going to pop a little Amarillo in there, which is an American hop, but I like that blood orange. So there's a little bit of like a orange wafting around some of those dark caramels, a little bit of orange tonality. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Man, that sounds exciting.
I'm excited about it. So I'm really
I tell you what, if you're making something and creating something, it is exciting. Actually,
I am. It's every like this. This is a creation I made. This is my own little creation. So I love it.
I took the ham beans, 15 bean soup, Cajun soup, and I took the beans, soaked them or whatever, and I added the tomatoes and the onions and the sausage all myself. I said I never had 15 bean fucking soup before. Let me try this. And I made it last night, and I fucking had like 7 bowls of this shit overnight
because it was so fucking good. That's right.
It was good, and I'm like bowling this shit. The last 2 bowls I had, where the hell did all the sausage go? I guess I had them all the first 5 or 6.
You needed 17 sausage versus 17 beans.
I know. I probably need to add more sausage next time. Yeah.
Sausage party.
I never had a 15 bean soup.
Yep. I had to go to the bank and I had to sort out some stuff with the mom. We all know the mom. So I had to sort it out with the mom, and then that's good. And I was like, you know what? I'm off. Let's go home. Let's brew some beer. The beer is being brewed. I got some beer flowing right now. Go pick up the kids in about 2.5 hours. No big deal. I'll finish this beer. No more beer after that. And then I will be able to start the boil. And after that, I'm just going to see about adding some hops, let that sit, cool down. And then I'm going to start, I think, a second beer today too, which is going to be a kind of a pain in the ass because all my Beechwood smoked malts came unmalted. So I'm going to have to grind them down myself. But I'm going to start a double bock today for Easter. So it's going to be a real smoked double bock. I'm going to start getting all the ingredients for that tonight and start brewing a smoked double bock, which is going to be about 9%. So it's going to be a proper double bock.
Are you gonna? You have a proper name for your self brewery or anything? Or
I've always said, well, my brewing company I've always had was Wolf's Lair Brewing Company. Like that's usually my home brew. The pub, which you can't see right now, which I'll show you real quick if you haven't seen it. So this is my pub right here. This is the Slaughtered Lamb pub right here. So this is the Slaughtered Lamb sign right here. Slaughtered Lamb pub. And this is the hand pull. So you have a Banks hand pull right there. That's the hand pull where everything goes through. And these are the glasses with all the beer stuff all the way up. So this is my pub right there. And of course the whiskeys we have whiskeys. We have Irish whiskeys and Scotch whiskeys over here, but that's my corner pub right there. So that's the pub, and and Wolf Slayer is the brewery. So.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Now, Jammer, when he made his little beers, he called himself Po' Boy Brewing. Po' Boy,
like a poor boy.
like a poor boy, but Po' Boy.
Yeah.
I said, I think that name's taken.
I was actually going to get somebody. I wanted to call it Wolf's Head because the slaughtered lamb has the wolf skewered. You know what I mean? And I was going to get the name changed to Wolf's Head Pub, but they said they couldn't change the name. So I was like, oh, I'll just skip. I'm a big American Werewolf from London fan anyway. So I was like, well, just give me the slaughtered lamb. So it means burnt better, but they sent it to me with burning on both sides for the same price. So I just hung it up. And it's the slaughtered lamb with the same logo on each side. It says the slaughtered lamb. So the slaughtered lamb pub, it's a English style pub. And I have a lot of my trinkets and glasses and steins and Fuller's stuff like hanging over there. So that's my little corner pub. I call it the corner pub, really.
That's cool.
Because
I
have a character. What?
You want to see our original logo? Now that I told Jammer, Spitter Swallow Beer Review, he had an artist do our logo for us.
Okay.
And the artist came back with a rusty color in blue. He had a guy on his knees and the other guy pouring beer in his mouth. We told him stick figures, Spitter Swallow Beer Reviews. Well, he was doing all his gay stuff or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, tell him, have one guy, stick guy, drinking beer, one stick guy swallowing beer or spitting beer out. So Jammer had to draw it out for him. And this is what Jammer drew. And the guy got it pretty close to this. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Beer,
yeah, that guy's drinking. And that guy's puking.
Yeah. The puking guy got a little bit taller in the final cut, but I was like, wow, that's pretty good, Because the guy, when he showed me, here's what the guy gave us, and it was like one guy on his knees with his hands out like this, and the other guy pouring beer. I was like, what the fuck kind of gay stuff is that? Stick figure gay stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. I said, just have one stick figure drinking beer and one stick figure spitting out beer. How hard could it be?
Well, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. Glad we didn't come out with the other name we came up with.
Yeah. Cock and bag beer reviews.
No, it was just Big Head Beer Review. Spitter Swallow Beer Review or Big Head Beer Review. We went with Spitter Swallow. Yeah, it's like swallow this cock beer review.
Swallow this dick.
That would be great. I like to see those logos.
Sporting cock beer review.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would
Yeah, but that was what Jammer finally drew together and sent to the guy. And I was like, okay, well, that's pretty close to what we finally came up with. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, man, I might have to get going because I got to piss and I think the showtime's over. Thanks to the 5 viewers we've had for a little while. No comments. Yeah, no comments, but we've had 5 viewers consistently for the past.
The show is over.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, my Crystal 40 just poured out all over the floor, so I have to clean up a bunch of Crystal 40 off the floor. That sucks.
Oh, is that a hop?
No, it's malt. Hops would be easier to clean up. So, oh well. Yep. Well, if this is the end, my only friend, the end, well, then cheers.
Hey, I think we got a new comment. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell if that. Drinking. What? Drinking. Hey, drink whatever you want.
Oh, Franciscana. Actually, there's a the Franciscanas Dunkles Francis Connor. The dark Francis Connor is so great, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to find it in Pennsylvania in a long time. But sorry, carbonation coming up my throat. But the Francis Connor's Dunkelist beer is one of the best Weiss beers I've ever had. But it's really rare to find it, and the best thing I like about the Francis Connor's Dunkelist beer is it always comes in the proper size bottles, the German size bottles. Sorry, carbonation
For Klimt.
Yeah, I'm feeling verklempt.
I got kicked out on my
yeah.
own somehow. I don't know. Hey, and Mike All's coming earlier. I missed that one. We'll take your word on the Iron City. Never seen it. Thank God.
It was interesting to try. It just fucked me up really bad.
Yeah, Iron City. I mean, I only drank the 1/4 of two different Iron City Light, but I wasn't a big fan of just from 1/4 of a beer. Yeah, but I would like to try that German one I showed you because I've seen it since I was a little kid. Cans in the streets, crushed cans of that. Yeah, so that's a big memory for me. My youth. Yeah, Germantown, whatever I was going.
If I ever find it, I'll let you know.
Yeah, I'm sure if I travel through West Pennsylvania, I probably can find it.
I don't know. I've traveled through West Germany, Pennsylvania a lot, and I've never seen it.
Wow.
I'll let you know.
Okay, let me know. Yeah, because I was like, wow, that beer is still out. I haven't seen this since I was a kid in the '80s. Upstate New York. But yeah. All right, PA Brunos. Well, I'm going to get off here. Thank you for joining. I will let Jammer know that you joined, and he couldn't because he had family problems, issues, or whatever today.
Well, thank you. I'm down here cleaning up malt, so thank you.
Yeah. Hey, if you got to clean up malt, you got to clean up malt.
Exactly. The joys of brewing.
Yeah. Make sure you catch us on our next one, Spitter Swallow Beer Review. Check out PA Brew News on YouTube. PA Brew News, just like it sounds.
Yeah. That's it.
We'll see you on the next one. Spitter Swallow
Cheers.
Beer Review. Cheers.